Who are you?
Camilla Speirs.
And what's your sport?
I'm a 3-day event rider.
And where do you live?
County Kildare.
What school did you go to?
I went to Alexandra College.
If you're a car, what would you be?
I'd like to say I'm a Ferrari because I like speed, but others would argue that I'm a Mini because I'm quite small.
If you're an animal, what would you be?
Oh, I think I've definitely morphed myself into a horse and taken on some of their characteristics. I spend all day, every day with them. 3-day eventing is an equestrian sport comprised of 3 different elements. So you've got your dressage, followed by your cross country, and then your show jumping. The dressage tests the accuracy of the horse and rider, asking questions for the horse to be soft and supple, yet perform different movements, which is marked by a judge. The cross country then is sort of a real need for speed. It's fast paced, it's against the clock, and you've also got some big solid technical fences. And then the show jumping is on the last day, and that tests the horse ability to again be soft and supple and clear the fences so as to not pick up any penalties. Well, when we're sat on top of a horse, I must say we can look quite glamorous at times, but it's not all that glamorous when you see behind the scenes. I usually start the day 6 o'clock, and we start mucking the horses out, their stables, and then I'll have some breakfast and then crack on with riding. Depending on what horses I've in, you know, the day changes all the time. I myself do a lot of coaching as well, so trying to fit it all in. Obviously my ideal day would be riding at home, but I love coaching. In the lead up to the Olympics, I'd had certainly a lot of hype. I felt very well prepared. My results had been the best ever. Myself and my horse were in sort of the best condition that we could have hoped to be in mentally, physically, and from our results. So going into the Olympics, I was really confident. Unfortunately, we had a fall, which is really, really annoying for me, but then to see the guys fight back and pick up 7th place, which is the best placing the Irish team had had at an Olympics, was phenomenal. And although I wasn't there on my horse on show jumping day, I definitely felt like I was a big part of that. And following on from our fall, Jiff's come back really, really well. He's sort of had the year off, which has been very tough for me because we've sort of done 7 championship teams together over the past 7 years. So this was my first year without him and my first year off the Irish team in about 8 years. So it was difficult, but the back end of this year, we competed in an event in Holland called Buccalo, which is one of the most competitive 3-star events in the world. And, you know, that was our first one back since his fall, having had the year off. And he just proved that, like, he still has it, and he put up an amazing performance to finish 7th individually and 3rd in the Nations Cup. So I definitely have a lot more confidence coming into next year. So we'll look towards the World Games and then hopefully for Rio. I guess what definitely improved my performance would be great to spend more time with our coaches. We have some great coaches over here, Ian Fearon, and I myself am trained by Ian Woodhead. So obviously to be able to get more time with them and more training would be fantastic. I think eventing is a sport in equestrianism which gives you a chance to sort of, you know, it's never over till it's over. You have your dressage phase and you mightn't see yourself at the top, but the beauty of the sport is you can see yourself at the top on show jumping day if you've got a good cross-country round and a clear show jumping. So it gives you a chance to you know, compete at 3 different phases, the dressage, the cross country and the show jumping. You know, working with animals, it gives you great satisfaction when things are going well, and you know, they're sort of like, you build up a really strong relationship. So to experience success together is, it's pretty phenomenal, really.